Гутен Мутен, дамы и господа, продолжим Starfield. Не помню, на чем я там остановился. Там что-то с пиратами было, да, и мы посмотрим, сколько я займу сейчас побочный квест. Может быть, успеем сделать основное. Так, а там они, кстати, напали, по-моему, на станцию космическую, где был этот Володя. Так, давай посмотрим, что у меня за задание. Единство: поговорить с хранителем Аквилусом. Встретиться с Наевой и Жасмин на ключе. Давай, наверное, я вот эту пока поставлю. Основное единство.
I've been thinking a lot about my early days in Constellation lately. Got me pretty nostalgic, and I started digging in some old things. Just sort of reminiscing. I found some of Irvin's last messages to me and thought I'd listen to them again to hear his voice. It was surreal. So most of the messages were everyday things.
Так, ну мне не интересно его петушиные дела, блядь.
One of his messages, he said something kind of. I mean, just wait, listen. The point is that I
какое-то сообщение.
Well, Vasco helped me decipher it. Turns out the message was from Irvin. And the message was short, but his voice was pained. No, he was frustrated. He said they were going to destroy his life if he didn't leave them. Then he asked me to help clear his name.
Ладно, кому-то отомстить надо, типа.
Yes. Hearing it. So in this message, Irvin said he was being framed. He said they'll do it again. He asked if...
Come on, please.
No, I just thought it was garbled. I just wasn't paying... Not exactly sure, but he mentioned a court case.
Это судебное дело.
His former employers had some job he took before he died. I understand that. Trust me. But I still want to know what happened.
Блять, его еще петушиных друзей, блять,
Now, I
ушедших.
happen to have a trustworthy contact who knows a bit about law, and I'd need to pay in advance in case there are any access fees or bribes. He knows how to navigate archived and redacted. If those documents are protected, he might have to... That makes sense. Irvin was one... You know, hearing Irvin's voice again made me want to help him. No, I know I can't. I just don't want... You're right. It is what it is. But being able to find... Hopefully poking around in old records doesn't... Well, anyway.
Короче. Так, а это что расскажет?
Sorry. I've been Oh, right. I was afraid you were going to bring that up again. Very well. Let's see if I embarrass myself or not.
Так, у меня какие-то, по-моему, телок не осталось на
darkness of space once again. Many of nonsense, I say. If this last that, dare I say, and that, despite our differences of opinion. There's no fooling you. My star yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project. I need someone capable and decisive. As you know, I'm a busy man. It doesn't leave me with... Besides, Think of this as a rare opportunity to help shape. Of course. Now, it's a new ship. We want now. And frankly, I don't. I did.
Короче, сейчас я возьму этот квест, а там чем он будет, я все равно не запомню. Будет время, сделаю, нет, нет.
We're talking about looking, but of course, take your time.
Так, теперь давай-ка по... А чё с хранителем разговаривать? Так, а ну-ка, подожди-ка.
I will be monitoring everyone's vitals for signs.
Аквилусом. Аквилус, короче.
Of continued trauma.
Блять, ладно, давай, короче, я пиратскую эту хуйню пока. Мне надо, чтобы бабенка была. Ну, либо робот, блядь, в крайнем случае, блядь. Никто там не ссыт, не срет. Может, что-то получится исследовать. Так, модификация аккумуляторов. Давай тогда. Так, теперь я могу оружие, да? Скафандры полностью. Это там ёбнуло, пролетело, да? Сука, он уже здесь. Ну как он, блядь, успевает и там, блядь, быть? Не, ну оказаться спидером и роботом на корабле, ну это так себе, блядь, перспектива, блядь, я вам могу сказать. Андреа. Нет, я хочу их взять в космос, блядь, с собой. А, ну контрабас же весь забрали, да?
New Atlantis. I've spent a lot of time here. It's safe, clean,
Барретт, нахуй я его отправляю на аванпост. Все. Васка на фронтир. Сэм Коул. Да, на аванпост. Так, у меня на фронтире Андреа, Васка. Специалист по полезной нагрузке. Давай его тоже на аванпост туда нахуй, блядь. Вот я буду с собой Андрю тягать. По-другому там как-то не получается, блядь.
I have something for you.
Теперь надо идти подкатывать к этой. И где она? Во-во-во-во-во-во-во. Иди
What
сюда.
did you need? Yes, of course. Honestly, so many years have been driven by survival. I do enjoy combat training. You have given me something to consider. Thank you for that. I have done so in the past, when necessary, but I am not the best pilot, and it seems... And that, I think, has worked. You might find... I have never been surrounded by such a... It has been a very long... There are worlds beyond count. Thank you for asking. Indeed I do. I have sharpened the blade for this very occasion.
You two go on. I have academic journals to review.
And
Я ж тебя отправил на блокпост, алло, блядь.
I hope they are both... What is it? I keep whatever you give me, yes? That is the deal?
На, я ей дам вот это вот. Подарю ей, блядь. Во. Теперь можно и за руль. Так.
Not care what assurances you have been given that we are safe here. I do not trust the Crimson Fleet. You have my attention.
Hi. Please disregard. Hello, Captain.
Так, я сохранялся или нет? Да, я вроде бы сохранялся, да. Ну хоть ту выпилили, блядь. Вечно какая-то ныла, блядь, о каком-то своем прошлом. Ну, блядь, как наныла, так и поибла, блядь.
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the comm spike is being developed at UC Star Station. SY920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jimison. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right.
Блядь, я не с ней хотел, я даже
Next
ничего не нажимал.
stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
She would be wise to do the same.
Definitely. We're talking cargo depots, star yards, research stations, and, like in SY920's case, military outposts. I've never seen someone new to the game have so many contacts.
Новичка в игре.
It's the reason we
Так
let her join up in
намекнули.
the first place.
Тонко.
I don't know how she accomplished that. We've been trying to crack some of those places for years. You're in the fleet. You should always expect trouble. As far as Juan goes, even though she's one of our newer contacts, you shouldn't have any problems dealing with her. I sure hope so, because she might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm spike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it.
Так.
We paid good money for the information, so I'm sure it works. And if it doesn't, a certain source at Mast is going to have to deal with a very pissed off Neva. And that would be the end of that. You just bring the tech here, I'll do the rest.
Oh, and one more thing. SY920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it. She's got the clout to get you in the front door. They're gonna think you're part of a regular supply delivery. Beyond that, you and Juan are gonna have to put your heads together and come up with a plan. Are you kidding? The UC's already painted. Keyway and his pals at SysDef won't rest until we're dead. It's not like you can make
Она
me
не хочет, чтобы я на
angry at
пролом,
us,
короче,
right?
шел, я понял.
Shoot the place full of holes if you want. Just bring back that calm.
Хотя он говорит.
Perfect. That's what. Okay, so in the meantime,
Okay, you'll...
privileges of rank, my darling, and you get the hell out of here. And
Ты охуела, блядь.
I'm gonna leave that up to you, Rook. If you get into deep trouble and you think bringing her into the fold is gonna make the difference, at some point, Delgado's gonna be promising everyone their cut of Crix's legacy. If we want him to stick with the fleet, but until the money's within reach, the less... The Crimson Fleet made contact with her about a year. We were searching for a smuggling connection in UC space, and her name kept popping up repeat. Not only did she pass, but the results were off the charts. Made us both. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. But hey, as long as she keeps my good luck.
Ship services?
You need it, I've got it. If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing. You mean way back then? Before the tech was available to create something like the comm spike? That's a good question. I suppose he might have been able to acquire the actual transponder cipher from someone within Galbank. Unfortunately for us, I'd bet a bottle of Bog's finest that those records are buried somewhere out of our reach.
Это ж они ищут еще вот эту главную какую-то, блядь, типа...
Assuming the
Лада,
technology works, it's a skeleton key for signal encryption. If what they say is true, ratchet encryption, signal protocol, frequency shuffling, even quantum... Now, I doubt it does all that, but it should be enough.
Понятно, короче, ясно.
Take care of your ship, she'll take care of you. Here to upgrade that ship of yours?
А у нее нету слух никаких почему-то.
I'll have someone grab.
Шла нахуй. Так, летать заставляет туда-туда. Для гравий прыжков нет, но это хорошо, конечно.
I have never quite been able to think of New Atlantis as home. Though I suppose I should. I am thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people I do not know.
Так, ну с этой сейчас, если поговорить... Ага, туда наверх надо, да? Блять! Надо было это проверить, что этот... Как она называется, что у меня стоит по... А так классно подошел, уебал, да, блядь. Вот мне нравится, что сейчас в играх в основном очень много момента, где ты можешь сохраниться почти где угодно, я это просто обожаю.
I take it you're Neva's new recruit?
Wasn't even Dickens. Whatever.
That you're new, but capable. Other than that, not a whole lot. Neva talks a lot, but that's not the same as talking too much. You're still a mystery. SY 920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions. Neva warned me you were difficult. If I can be
Да,
granted, for
трудно.
this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option.
Do not mistake us for amateurs. We will get the job done without sacrificing your route.
А, это ж
I
Андреа, да.
appreciate the confidence. I just want to remind you, this job calls for more discretion. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, you can't come and go as you please. I'd like to, but I need to keep a low profile. In my experience, the more people know about you, the more they have over you.
М.
True,
Давай
the
это.
silence is a powerful thing. I find the best talking just muddies the picture. Anyways, I appreciate the small talk.
Я
The
тоже
guys
так
crew
считаю, в
aren't
принципе-то,
usually so
поэтому.
chatty. But let's keep our focus on the mission. We can swap bar stories and share scars when we've got enough creds to buy the bar. Enough to be on the It also helps they want us. In the void
Понятно.
of space, a cargo hauler is a only what I've been told. Get you on. That being said, I can be a better guide if I know what it is we're after. Interesting. When we get to the station, I'll see if I can pull any information.
Сама
on the
работает, блядь.
whereabouts. Hopefully, that'll make for a smoother trip. Less than you. And even if I did. But if Delgado's after it, then I have a feeling there's a pile of crap. So we better do it right. We'll talk more on the ship.
I'm busy at the moment.
Так, ну надо, получается, к ней на корабль садиться. Но я с Андрея буду. А она вроде как неплохой стрелок. Насколько я это все, конечно, понимаю. Ну и что у нее там, кстати, за ржавая эта посудина будет? Добро пожаловать в новую Атлантиду. И, блядь, киоск с пирожками нахуй стоит.
Heaven forbid something escape their notice.
Так это... Бля, это ее посудина. Нефритовый лебедь. Давай его хоть посмотрю снизу. Ну, со стороны, вернее. Вон какая-то бимба, блядь, стоит. Не, ну прикольненько сделан. Вот здоровый и широкий, но сделан. Получается, гравипривод там, генератор там. Интересное расположение. Интересно.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Это еще что за барбосы у нее там сидят? У нее не корабль, а целая, блядь, этот. Заблудиться можно, блядь, целая станция, блядь, космическая. Так, ну что, она меня старпомом берет, да, я так понимаю?
Эй,
Пошел ты нахуй, блядь, эй.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to. Good. Say nothing and let their minds fill in.
Arguably a good philosophy for more than...
I'd say so. There are times when you have to put on a show, but that's more for new clerics. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it.
pardon.
All right, then get comfortable. We leave for SY 920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and grav drive. All systems go.
Так, ну мы куда-то полетели.
Don't worry about your personal ship. The fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that.
I've taken a lot of cargo to that station. Not all of it legitimate. You're the first person I've smuggled, though.
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
Hello.
This is Captain Juan Daiyu, cargo class ship ID UC 7938, requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock at docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked. Be patient. Save the chatter until after we're docked.
Your abilities are truly amazing.
Okay, we're in. First things first, the station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks.
Сразу не могли взять форму.
You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone. Very funny. But if... Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
Yes.
Так, окей, ладно.
Board the station and look for an intercom. See you.
I'm the pilot of the Jade Swan. She's a good bird. Never gets cranky.
Я не верю, что у них не было военной формы. Бредово, блядь, звучит.
Hello.
You with the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military barracks. Cargo? We need a lot of cargo to keep a station this size running. I was the kid who ate too much heel paste. Look at me now. Commander Natara runs the show.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu. And you found the intercom. That's a start. If I'm not mistaken, the maintenance door should be in front of you. If you can find a way to open it, it'll get you past the first checkpoint. Try eavesdropping on a few soldiers. Maybe one of them will mention a key. Right, pick a lock or pick a pocket. Shouldn't be too hard for a Crimson Fleet pirate to pull. Anyway, the door will let you access the vents. Go up the vents and to the barracks. The uniform should get you through the checkpoint and to the elevators. We'll talk again.
Так, надо сделать по стелсу. Надо сделать все по стелсу. Вот, блять, а. Давай тогда сначала это, потом будет понятно, Какая четверка нужна? Ага, вот это.
Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
Делать кражи тут не очень удобно в этой игре. Так. Опа, форма прапорщика. А тут... Давай мы сюда форму прапорщика. Тут везде форма прапорщика, да? Сары Морган. Так, давай-ка я подтвержусь. Так, единичка мне пока не надо. Это уйдет туда. Хотя вот уже надо будет сейчас единичка, да? Так, ну я же в форме в этой или как? Или надо снимать скафандр и все остальное?
This is
Captain Huan Daiyu. Good. And no alarms or warnings on the comms. Music to my ears. If you found a uniform, be sure to put it on. That'll provide some cover. I've hacked into the database, and it seems there's a checkpoint you'll have to pass, which requires a clearance code. I don't like deliberately drawing attention to yourself. The uniform won't be enough though. You'll need to find a computer with the code.
Вот.
Try the security office. They likely have a computer there that has what you need. Going dark for now. We'll talk again once you've located the comm spike.
Not yet. Gotta get clearance at the security station, then head on over to Starfield.
Так, ну давай здесь сохранюсь, я просто не знаю, если вот это считается, что я одел форму или нет.
You lost, Ensign?
О, да. Мичман. Так, у меня Мичман. Пакет 127C.
I never had the patience for computer systems.
Так, ну только здесь у нас применяется. Это значит только здесь. Но эти поехали сюда. А ёб твою мать. Так. Ого-го. Сколько здесь? Ну-ка, сюда нет. Вот это подходит. Отлично. Но у меня 2 единички, так что я могу чувствовать себя спокойненько, вальяжно.
Stop right there, Ensign. All right, Ensign. Why aren't you at your post? Who's your commanding officer? Only authorized personnel are allowed here. Only senior officers report to the commander. Something
Блядь,
doesn't seem
ну я
right.
сейчас этот...
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm not looking for trouble here. Fine, I'll let you go, Ensign. But as soon as you're done with your task, you should return to your post.
I don't know you, Ensign. You sure you have clearance?
aren't assigned to this level, Ensign, you need to leave.
Да, ну значит форма считается надетой.
Need your clearance code, Marine. All right, Ensign, let's hear it.
Ну, я помню 127.
Sorry, Ensign, code doesn't match. Need your clearance code, Marine. All right, Ensign, let's hear it. You're clear, Ensign Zaremi. I assume the two of you are together?
Yes, we are together.
Then you're both clear.
Commander Natara, test flights for the latest prototypes are ready to go.
Мичман. Боцман, Мичман, Боцман. Да нахуй мне нужен. Доктор Марша Пенбре. Гавриэль Фогель. Немец, что ли? Слушай, ну пока идем нормально.
I don't recognize your face, Ensign. Are you new?
How are the tests for the comms factory?
Put in a request for more personnel. It seems there was an accident.
It's always something with that doctor.
Not to change the subject, but are we concerned about potential leaks?
No.
Слушай, а доктор, ой, командирша это она.
Until you can provide more substantial...
Надо было с ней поговорить. Нормально пока проскочил.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
IU here. Goggles almost unloaded. We'll be departing shortly. thing you've done. You've managed to get through the entire station without raising a... But the longer I stick around, the more people ask questions. And that's... Sorry, but the situation... That being said, I can stay in orbit for a short while. I'll need to send word to Delgado anyway, if you don't get off that station. But it looks like you'll need to find your own way off the ship. That doesn't mean you're trapped. On a station,
сука.
there are bound to be other vessels you can... As a member of the Crimson Fleet, I trust you can handle... Stay clear of any Marines or try a sign. Other than that, the only advice I can give you is find Dr. Vogel. Find him, and you'll find... You do that, and you won't be just burning this bridge. You'll be ejecting it straight. Good luck. If you manage to get the comm spike and make it out.
Так, запугивание не удалось. А, блядь, ну что тебе надо?
Thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation.
Да полный ему дозвону.
Working with them? None of us are in this for the credits. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in? No, I do not. Many of the other members are polite, but distant. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers. I might not admit this to the other.
Так,
For
ладно,
those that
понятно.
have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. I lack his charm. He put... that is kind of you. You also... I know this seems trivial. Perhaps childish. By a group, I... Yes, perhaps I should. Discussing these things is... I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vlad. You were unsure about it, and I can understand that. It would have been, to some. Thank you for talking.
Так, ладно. Значит, придется вниз опускаться, да? Блять. А там никто меня не спалит?
How quickly can you get that done?
So, what's this big project you're working on? When?
Какие-то там проекты приостанавливают. Ну, кому интересно, читаем на паузе. Блять, я столько текста не хочу читать в этой игре. Бюджет там, короче, сокращают.
Really? Couldn't you just trust me?
No, right out the airlock you go. But
I don't recognize your face, Ensign.
Так, давай сюда.
Intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. Wait, who are you? Why are you in here? Did you not see the sign?
Давай будем убеждать.
Don't you mean access to the ship? Because the comms, it's attached to a prototype in one of our docking. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types. It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really is a wonder. Yes, it's not quite cracking the Enigma code, but it will be able to infer everything from battle. Not that we'd care about that sort of thing, outside of the effects of diet on combat readiness. And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic injury here and there. Yes, it's not the destination, but the journey that matters. Particularly when the destination is... But don't
Такой
worry.
разговорчивый доктор,
We've
да?
corrected the problem with the ship's life support systems, and statistical models show a failure rate of less than 2%. In short, I've requested a full squadron of these brave and fearless Marines to be They'll give the prototype a final run, and provided there are minimal casualties, we can present our findings to MAST.
Блять. Бля. Слушай, ну я там сохранился.
Steal the comm spike? Why? Who is this person?
Я просто попробую, а потом
Damn space pirates! Say no more. I will contact Commander Natara immediately.
Так, подожди-ка.
Intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. According to autocorrelation models, results in risk increased by a magnitude of 2. But we... Wait, who are you? Don't you mean... It's attached to a prototype. We're still in the testing phase. It can even interpolate signal... Yes, it's not... We'll be... Not that we... And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts in the... Yes, it's not the...
Так, ну я отвечаю, как и отвечал, просто я хочу посмотреть, когда появится это дополнительное. Дополнительно придать... Да, нахуй ее, блядь. Пидораска улетела, тварь, блядь. Пошла нахуй теперь.
Damn space pirates! Say no more. I will contact Commander Natara immediately. Commander Natara, this is Dr. Vogel.
What is it now, Doctor?
We have an intruder on board. Captain Juan Dayu is not who she says.
Wait, Dayu? She was one of the captains on Messina's list.
Apparently,
Пока-пока, пидораска.
and she's after my comm spike.
Don't worry, Doctor. We'll sound the alarm and have a strike team directed toward the cargo bay.
Good. I have a pilot here. I'll have them secure the prototype. Make sure it's safe. You are a pilot, aren't you? You've got the look at least.
Чё, блядь, а этому поверь, блядь, ну это детский сад. Верит первым встречам какому-то мичману, блядь.
If you aren't assigned to this level, Ensign, you have to leave.
I don't know you. Sure you have parents?
Я думаю, этой дурой можно пожертвовать спокойно. Я не знаю, кто бы ее бы этот... Я что-то думал, это будет за того нигера, блядь, который давал задание.
Find the interior of this ship comforting.
Ну где-то там уже будет концовка этих всех квестов, наверное, потихоньку, потому что... Пока так сохранилось.
On Commander Natara's orders, all ships continue pursuit of Captain Juan Dayu, cargo class ship ID UC-793A. She's with the Crimson Fleet and should be considered extremely dangerous.
Так, погоди-ка. Переключить пол. Ну, давай, не знаю, давай вот это. Чё за залупа, блядь, какая-то? Нет, основной корабль я заберу себе фронтир. Дали в задание их разъебашить, и их нахуй разъебашил всех бы там фронтиром, да и все, блядь.
Well. Welcome back, Rook. Like you got a a new toy for me.
There are UC bureaucrats that must be furious that this station has become what it is today.
Байонет. Лезвие. Так. А, ну вот оно и есть, да?
Are you looking to start something? I'll finish it. Need something?
I hope you do not have any loose breadsticks. I fully expect you would find them missing when we leave here.
Блять, так когда она придет уже? А.
Every captain here has earned their stripes, bleeding for the fleet.
Ну давай, ладно.
This job is gonna rake in a ton of creds.
Surprised to see me, Rhett? Delgado may let it slide, but I don't take kindly to see.
Да не вообще похуй на тебя.
Yeah? Tell that to my bank account. You screwed me out of the most lucrative route I have. It's going to take me months to set up something even remotely as good. Not to mention
А
getting
нехуй
the
было
UC
меня
off my
оставлять,
trail.
тварь ты, блядь.
Don't put this on me. I got you in and gave you cover. You decided to return that favor by blow. You may have fooled Delgado and Neva, but I don't. At this point, you better find that legacy. Because to me, that's the only safe.
Ага, может тебя завалить лучше, тварь, блядь.
If you've got time to stand around, you've got time to do a job.
А не пошел бы ты нахуй, блядь.
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the Comspike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Они заебали салагой там.
Don't worry your pretty little head about your damn ship. Now pay attention. Dale went out of his way to tell you how impressed he was. Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smashing. She's actually pretty pissed, in case you didn't notice. Claims you blew her cover.
If one doesn't like how things have gone, and she wants to bail on her share, that's her problem. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Comm spike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right.
И заодно технологию спиздил.
Our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4. It's all we got. Now you are part of this job, so deal with it.
Не, ну этот квест добью. Конечно
Never
же.
to question Jasmine's talent. It's the giant shroud that covers the entire city. Big ugly thing that Generdyne uses to absorb. When you arrive in Neon, I'm sure
Молния, да?
will fill you in with all.
Hey, my girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut.
А, это же ее там
Literally, I've seen her do
лесбушкина
it.
подружка.
So, cut the crap. The only thing you need to worry about
Блядь, заебали эти
is
повесточки в
bring
фильмах, в
protect
играх,
home.
блядь, недоразвитых, неполноценных,
Infighting isn't going to get us to the
никчемных
legacy any
уёбков
faster.
этих из ЛГБТ,
Now,
блядь.
why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward we also... Don't worry. When Grixis' legacy is aboard the key, we'll be split. Until then, I want you to do everything Estelle asks. Follow. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're good.
We have dealt with more than a few of your captains. This one should be no problem.
It's the way you dealt with the last captain that concerns me.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one
Или это
big
уже будет
distraction for
следующий
people
квест,
like us.
наверное, да?
So I want you focused. We are one step away from Grixis' legacy, and we cannot afford...
Better move on before Dale sees you slacking.
Так, это, наверное, еще все вот это длится, да? Вон сколько? Раз, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь, девять, 10, 11. Вот могли, кстати, сделать в кабине более информативные приборы, чтобы они все показывали, а не так, чисто для мишуры, так сказать, и бутафории, блять, по сути.
Orders came down. Some new science division policy. Everyone on board's to look out for heat leeches.
Anything new to report?
You have permission to speak freely.
Нихуя себе, ты мне разрешаешь, ты, блядь. Башка лысая, блядь.
For cover was a dangerous gambit, but it seems to have paid off. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process. Lieutenant Toft can explain.
We have operatives watching the Crimson Fleet's known contacts at all times. In this case, they observed you making contact with Juan. They continued to shadow your progress until you made your departure from New Atlantis on the Jade Swan. And, if I may, I'd like to echo Commander's
ну
sentiment.
все, я понял.
I have some comrades
Все-таки
on
этот
SY
квест сейчас
and
закончится.
I appreciate the restraint you showed by sparing their lives.
As you've probably guessed, not very well. Keeping Mast out of the loop regarding this particular, sparing the lives of the soldiers on SY-920 has definitely... But you did see
Хвали,
an
хвали,
abundance
короче.
of stealth.
Then you were most fortunate you coerced us into helping you. Not some half-mad spacer.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and please give me your report. With the acquisition of the comm spike, the fleet, and the more people we arrest, the greater the chance that your infiltration is discovered. We're working against the clock here, so let's start by this. Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock? Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. Your ship will need special protection to ensure the electromagnetic disturbances in the planet's The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It
Так,
would
ладно.
take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching...
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UCs. The fact that our common enemy owes its... It was the riot at the lock, touched off by Jasper Creeks, that
Thanks to your assistance, we'll be able to rectify that mistake.
Понятно.
Of course I am, but it's a calculated risk. I'll see what I can do. You've certainly got...
Так, ну я же за выгоду.
Suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report.
Да, миссия эта закончилась. Квест, цепочка квестов.
Go back. Anything to report? Our directive is simple. We are tasked with the eradication as the chief source of pirate activity.
Шо нахуй.
The commander appreciates the sacrifice you've made. They're pirates in every sense of the word. But they've managed... That makes them especially dangerous. We'll provide you with information, but any inventory or ship services, it'll help you maintain your cover and also give you an idea of how... 2 reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. That means keeping prisoners...
Ну понятно, чтобы их не светить. Ладно, я понял, они там держат пленных.
Second... Excellent. Let me have it. Are you kidding me? Dombrowski was already making a 6-figure salary, and yet he couldn't resist starting an embezzlement scheme. It makes me sick. Ah, it's gonna be an absolute... Have any more?
Отлично. Конечно, есть.
Tisk, tisk. Looks like Mr. Rokoff lied on his application to Trident Luxury Lines about having a clean record. No matter. Next time he jumps from the key, we'll have him picked up. That will be one less fleet captain for us to worry about. Find anything else? It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Crix's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Crix picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor can... Any other fragments? All right. You're not gonna let this go, are you? Why do you care so much about my past? Because the things you're asking are private, and we're supposed to be maintaining a professional rapport, not making friends. Okay. But don't say I didn't warn you. Would it shock you to learn that I spent some time in prison? That's fair. Well, I grew up in the well in New Atlanta.
Колодцы.
Parents made barely enough money to keep the lights. After I dropped out of school, they begged for me to look for work. But I realized it was a lot easier to simply... A year after that, I'm a career criminal with UC security breathing down my neck. I was having the time of my life, earning way more than I needed to simply... Back then, if you would have told me one day I'd be wearing this... Very funny. Let's just say the years after my time in the well were filled with highs. Look, the point is that I felt you deserve... Yeah, I think... Besides... All I'm hoping is that it will motivate you to stay on the right path. Well, I think you've had enough for now. Let's get back to it before Keyboy writes us a... Let me know if you need anything else.
Nice work. Siren. You keep this up and this operation might finally get... I wouldn't want to be there at mast when the commander has to explain taking the comm spike. Hope this is all worth it. United Colony System Defense at your service.
Так, что у меня по... Ладно, я следующую пойду, наверное, по сюжету. Поэтому пока вот так и пока адьос, амигос, господа.
Thank you.